Internet, good morning. This is Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with yet again another awesome Digimon figure review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Chaos Dukemon from S.H.Figuarts. Now, real quickly, for those of you guys who are trying to get into this whole S.H.Figuarts slash D-Arts Digimon like figure collecting, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of the following. If you do plan on picking up Dukemon over here, you have two options. A, you have the D-Arts version, which is just the regular Dukemon, which is in this awesome metallic red and silver paint job. And then you have this one right here, which is Chaos Dukemon, which is in this dark blue slash silver paint job. It's personal preference. I personally wanted the original Dukemon from D-Arts. However, at New York Comic Con, I could not find him, and on eBay and all those secondary hand market places, he's going for crazy money, over $100. So I was like, yeah, I really don't want to spend that much on that particular figure, at least at this point in time. So I just went ahead with this Chaos Dukemon. Now, as you guys can clearly see, this is a fantastic box. Now, I gotta say, everything from War Greymon to Omegamon to even this guy right here, the box art is fantastic. I love the picture representation that you get right here. It's not the actual figure itself, it's just an artwork done by some artist. It looks freaking epic. You have this nice little open display window that showcases the figure inside. Chaos Dukemon down here. If you get the D-Arts version, you'll have D-Arts on this side, and you'll have Dukemon instead of Chaos Dukemon. So, with that said, on this side, a picture of the actual figure inside. On the back, more images of this character and also optional parts that they showcase. And then on this side, another awesome picture of the figure inside. Alright guys, so with that said, I'm going to get Chaos Dukemon out of package and we'll see what he has to offer. Be back in a few. Alright guys, and we are back. We have Chaos Dukemon out of package, and I gotta say, I am really freaking impressed with Bandai slash S.H.Figuarts slash Tamashii Nation. Why? Because they are killing it with these Digimon figures. Now, honestly speaking, this particular Digimon I know nothing about. I was a huge fan of Digimon, at least Season 1. I love Season 1. Season 1 was great. I watched all of Digimon Try up until this point, and now I'm just waiting. I think I might go back and watch this particular season with this particular Digimon because he looks freaking epic. Now guys, at first, when I had this guy in package, I was like, he looks cool, but I feel like the other Digimon looked more cool. But having this guy out of package, I gotta say, that gunmetal silver paint job slash that dark blue metallic paint job, it pops. And there's a little bit of black highlighting here and there. This guy looks freaking epic. I think this guy is really growing on me, and I am super excited to have him. So with that being said, I'm gonna take Dukemon or Chaos Dukemon out of the frame here, and let's just talk about some of the accessories that he comes with. So the first accessory that I would like to point out to you guys is this base. Now, S.H.Figuarts has improved on the base. How do I know? Well, the Omegamon that you guys saw me review, that one was quite crappy, the base at least. Why? Because it was this base right here, the same base, and then this piece right here, it was just a regular joint, and it was very thin, so it couldn't really hold the weight of Omegamon. Anytime I would try to get him in some dynamic poses, this arm joint would just literally collapse. So it was pretty useless. However, for Chaos Dukemon, they made it a ratchet joint. This is what Omegamon needed in order for him to get into those awesome flight poses. But hey, they've learned from their mistake, and I like it. I hope Imperial Dramon and the other Alphamon will have the same exact base, because if this is the case, then this is going to be pretty freaking epic. Now this part of the joint, it's still the same thing, and this piece right here does come off, so if you want to put that on, you can. If not, you can keep it off. So that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on to the actual accessories. We're going to first start off with his capes. Now I say capes because it comes in two pieces. Now, is this how it's supposed to be in the anime? I'm not really sure, because like I said, I did not watch this season. But it looks pretty cool. It's just a hard plastic piece. Be careful if you drop it. I could definitely see this thing scratching up. So yeah, you definitely want to be aware of that. As you guys can clearly see here, there's a little hinge, so you can maneuver it whichever way you like, and it's glossy and it looks nice. So there you go. Alright, up next we have some interchangeable hands. So we have these open palm hands, looking pretty freaking epic. I mean, look at all that little detailing. There's that little crest right there, and it looks amazing. Alright, moving on. We have a forearm piece. Now you might be thinking, Daybreak, why the hell is there a forearm piece? Well, it's because this one in particular, if you take a look at the instructions, it's for the shield. So they give you a separate forearm just for the shield. So that's pretty awesome. So speaking of the shield, here it is. Love, love, love the color composition of this particular shield. I love the pearlescent white. It has all this texturing, this lettering, as you guys can clearly see there. I love this dark gray color that they used. You see the crest right here. Everything just looks so nice and clean. On the inside here, looks very, very clean as well. Once again, here's the little peg hole for the forearm piece to peg into, so that's pretty cool. Alright, and then we have this piece right here. This is pretty much an extension, I guess, like it's like a hair piece. It goes on the back of Chaos Dukemon's head, so I'll put that on. It does have articulation. There's a hinge right there, so that's interesting. And this is very, very delicate. It's a very, I guess, hard plastic, so be careful when you're moving this around. And lastly, I guess the icing on the cake. Here is his lance. I mean, look at that. That looks spectacular. Man, I am impressed. I love that blue. I mean, damn. And then the little silver paint job here for the ball. Everything looks so clean. Now, yeah, be careful, because this is not really sharp, but if you like stab or jab at someone, yeah, you could definitely do some damage here. So be careful with that. Alright, so before I pretty much swap out all the pieces and put all the pieces on him, let me just show you Chaos Dukemon in all his glory. Articulation, paint job, and then I'll put everything on. So, taking a close look at Chaos Dukemon, look at that face sculpt. It looks awesome. I love this like bat ear part of his helmet. It looks pretty awesome right there. If you take a close look at his chest, he does have the little crest that it was on the shield, so that's awesome. The little belt buckles on his waist is just nice and clean. Everything about this composition, like I said in the beginning, it's freaking phenomenal. Even on the back here, you see his crest, so pretty freaking cool. Alright. Now, articulation, the head can look left, right, can look down, and look up that far. It is quite limited because of how his head is sculpted, but hey, it looks freaking epic. I can't complain. The arms can hinge back and forth. They can go out that far. The arms can fully rotate, no problem. The elbows, more than 90 degrees, that's pretty good. The hands can swivel, and they can go a little bit in and out, So that's pretty cool. And does he have a bicep? No, but he does have a cut right here, so the forearm can swivel. Now these shoulder pads are on a ball joint, and you can clearly see it right there, but it's quite limited in what it can do. The waist, all the articulation you could possibly ever want. This bottom half can move as well. The legs can kick forward. Knees, awesome, that looks good. It can swivel. Here, toe joint, and there's an ankle joint, but mine's a little stiff. Now, one gripe that I do have with my particular figure, it's the fact that his knees, the joints are a little on the loose side. Now, with that said, because of that, he likes to kind of collapse from time to time. He hasn't done so yet, so crossing my fingers, it's not going to happen throughout the review, but just be careful of that. Now, you do have a base that they give you, so it shouldn't be too difficult to pose him. Alright, so with that out of the way, you've seen how he looks. Let me get this guy all, I guess, glamored up, and we'll just end the video. So give me a sec, I'll be right back. And we are finally back. Now guys, it's been a minute. For you guys it's been a couple seconds, but for me, this guy was a little bit on the painful side when it comes to putting on all his accessories. Now, first thing is first, the headpiece, super easy to put on. The cape piece, super easy to put on. But this javelin piece, or lance, or whatever you want to call this thing, I think it's it's a lance. I don't know, whatever. This piece and then this shield piece was a little bit on the difficult side. Now guys, my suggestion to you, it doesn't say this on the instruction manual, and even if it does, it's in Japanese, so I can't read it, but this is what I recommend. If you do plan on picking up this figure, put on the headpiece and the cape pieces at the very end. First, you're going to want to take off the hand on this guy. Now, where should you hold? You should hold right here. Do not hold or do not put pressure on this right here, because if you do, you can definitely snap that piece. So you definitely want to avoid that. The hand coming off was easy, but putting this thing on was quite difficult. It took a little bit of time because of how deep the actual hand has to go inside to reach the peg. Once it reaches the peg, you have to really jam it in there, and if you're not careful, you can definitely damage or even break this figure. Now, when it comes to this arm piece, I told you guys in the earlier portion of the video, you had to take off the whole forearm, so that was not too difficult. Once again, you want to hold right here, like right here, not this shoulder pad piece, but right here where the joint is, and then you just literally pull. My suggestion to you, first pull off the arm because you have to, and then put this piece in, and then maneuver the little joint or the peg right there so it's sits flush in here, and you should have no problems with that. And then the cape, very simple, it just connects right here. Now, yes, this is supposed to be one giant cape, but they opened it up, they set it this way so that you can use the peg hole if you need to. So that's pretty cool. And then this piece right here, it was not hard. You just push it in. So that's that. Now, with that being said, this guy looks freaking epic. I love the fact that you could pose him this way. I mean, he looks epic. I love this stance. Man, guys, this is an awesome figure. If you can, if you're patient, like I have mentioned in my past Digimon figure reviews, if you're patient and you're an adult collector, or even if you're a kid and you're patient, that's the key word here, you should be fine. You shouldn't break or damage your figure, but do take your time. These guys are very delicate, and it's not because S.H.Figuarts made them delicate, it's because of their particular design. The waist being very thin, the arms being very thin, yet having these gigantic shoulder pieces and whatnot. So yeah, you gotta be very, very careful. Alright guys, and with that being said, this was my review on Chaos Dukemon from S.H.Figuarts. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what you saw, please leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down is perfectly fine too. And if you have any questions regarding this figure, leave in the comment section down below. And until next time, this is Daybreak 748. I'm signing out. Peace out, guys.